And we're live. Greetings, friends. Happy Monday. On Mondays, we Marston. O-Dog, welcome. Glad you're here, friend. Levi Elijah. Hello, O-Dog. Where were you last night? Levi missed you, O-Dog. So the GTA 6 trailer dropped today. Well, it was leaked, and so Rockstar decided to release it. Did everyone see it? I thought it was okay. I thought it looked great. And it's in Miami.
That's why you're
Frankly, though, I was underwhelmed. I'm happy for female gamers. I'm happy for Serena that they will get to play with a female character. I don't have a problem philosophically with playing a female character. I love Jill Valentine. I love playing Ivar in Assassin's Creed Valhalla as a girl. So I don't have a problem with that. We're trying to go to Mexico here. My issue with GTA 6 is that it's a modern game, and I don't care. I don't care about Florida. I don't like the music. I don't like the fashion. I don't like the architecture or the decor or any of the stories. I don't like playing modern video games. I want video games set in the past or the future. I don't like the present. I live in the present. I play video games to escape from the present. So for me, I don't care. Also, I don't like that culture, that urban culture, hip-hop. It's just not, I just don't like it. It's just not for me. But it's okay, you know. I'm sure it's going to be super popular. It's going to be great for Rockstar, and it'll make millions for them. It's in Florida now. Shout out to Florida. Who is here? Say hello. O-Dog says, "Howdy, Levi. I was caught up in it yesterday." Yes, Levi. O-Dog is busy. He has family and commitments. He's a grown-up. And Levi Elijah says, "Okay." Levi missed you, O-Dog. You are an essential member of the chat. John running around trying to find a land route to Mexico. I have a bunch of random videos queued up for you from previous Marston Mondays, and I thought we'd just go for a couple hours and have a conversation about what is going to happen in December. O-Dog says, "Wasn't home, unfortunately." Kieran Cooley. Kieran, it's great to see you. Hello, Superantonio. I hope you're having a great night. I am, thank you, and I'm glad you're here. Everyone likes your namesake in the game. Bill especially. So watch out for Bill Williamson. And we are at the Sea of Cortez. Searching for a way into Mexico, which, spoiler alert, we shall not find. Did everyone have a good Monday? I had a good Monday. We walked the dog, and the dog has been fed and watered and is now comfortable on the couch, lounging on the couch. I did a little workout, did some cardio, some jump ropes, watched a couple episodes of Parks and Recs. Kieran Cooley, smiley emoticon. I always watch out for Bill, especially when he has those tongs. Yes, indeed. O-Dog, probably will need a mod. For Mexico, I assume. Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't one already. Levi Elijah, thanks for saving Arthur's life. Happy to, friend. Always happy to save Arthur. Today I worked on the footage for the Christmas video for a very Arthur Morgan Christmas in Red Dead Redemption 2. I also recorded the narration. Levi Elijah, I meant life. Yes, I know what you meant. But I read these chats automatically. I'm always eager for a chat because it generates content, and I rely on you. It's the interaction between you and me that makes these live streams entertaining and addictive for me. John found a Mexican condor, and he's mad at it. No one knows why. So yeah, I worked on the Christmas video, pretty much. And then I put up a short on some of my, I decorated over the weekend, and I put up a short of some of my action figures that are ready for the Christmas holidays. Kieran Cooley, hey Super Antonio, there's a way to get Duchess Arabian. You might want to look at it, into it. I found it interesting. Okay. Mr. Basab, hello Super Antonio. Are you a GTA 6 man? Did you see the trailer? Yes, I did. I was talking about that earlier, but we can discuss it some more. It looks great. I mean, the graphics just pop. I don't have a philosophical issue with playing as a female character, and I'm very happy for all the female gamers out there. You know, Jill Valentine and Lara Croft, they're two of my favorite video game characters. I just have a problem with philosophically with basically the whole franchise. I don't like modern video games. I like video games set in the past or the future. I don't like the present. I don't like the fashions. I don't like the architecture. I don't like the music. It's just not interesting to me personally. But I'm very happy for Serena. You may know her. She's one of the mods here. And she loves GTA, the whole GTA franchise, and has done many playthroughs, and I'm sure she'll have a great time with it. Kieran Cooley, I mean the latest version, O-Dog. O-Dog says, Kieran, version 1 Santini horse trick gives it. Reading things backwards. So there's an exploit in the latest version to get the count. Okay. I'm glad there are still exploits this late in the game. O-Dog, I used to love it, a bit burnt out on GTA. Yeah, I never really loved it. It was always just... I played it because everyone else was playing it, and because I thought it might be good for the channel, but I never even made any videos. Back then, I thought this would be a Rockstar channel. No, but it just turned into a Red Dead channel. Kieran, I didn't know that, O-Dog. Thanks for the info. Though, didn't know you could get Duchess horse in version 1. You can get every horse in version 1. You just can't stable the gang horses. O-Dog has some laughing emoticons, probably because John just died trying to get into Mexico. John dies for your entertainment. Mr. Basab, totally understand. There is an element of escapism to the past. Red Dead Redemption 2 is therapeutic at times, haha. I agree. I play video games to escape the present my present reality. And the world of GTA, not necessarily all the crime, that's where, that's where I live. That's just, I can walk outside and see people who look like that. And I understand that that's inspiring to many players, but it's not to me. Levi Elijah, I'll kind of miss Michael, Franklin, and Crazy Trevor. Yes, Trevor is one of my favorite characters. He always made me laugh.
You're quite a horse.
And back to Blackwater we go. Got some green tea. As always, we shall go for a couple hours tonight. Leroy, greetings, friend. Hey, folks, I've had quite a sad day. I'm very sorry to hear that. And I'm officially back. Apologies for skipping yesterday's live. You never have to apologize, Leroy. We're always happy to have you here. I'm always happy to see you. And just know that this channel will always be there for you. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it. It's just going to be a mainstay, these premieres or these live streams.
Hello, Sadie.
I'll do them indefinitely.
John,
I'm happy
come
to.
sit down.
Sure.
I'm happy to.
You,
Oh, dog. Hopefully, we get new
got any
games in
work?
our lifetime.
Well, there's always
I
work.
heard that
Whole
in
country's getting robbed,
in
robbing, or stopping
Arthur's
robbers.
voice for some
Well,
reason.
seems like there ain't much else
No
in
Dog
this
says,
world
"Hello,
except
Leroy. I missed
bastards,
it too."
Victims
Yes.
of bastards, and the
Dog
bastards
was
who walk
gone.
with the
Leroy
bastards in
was
the ground.
gone.
And
But
which are you exactly?
we had fun anyways. We just kind of hung out
My
in
time,
Guarma.
all three.
Kieran Cooley, I
same as
agree,
most
Super
people.
Antonio. Games in the present don't
I
give the
guess.
same enjoyment of
Funny
games
thing
in the future
about
or the
this
past.
job, well,
Yes, I'm not interested in
opportunity,
modern technology.
I just
I
might
like
get to
old
be all
technology,
free again.
steampunk technology,
How you mean?
future technology.
You ever heard of Shane
It's
Finley?
just not as interesting to me.
Cattle wrestler?
Gotham, one of my
Murderer,
favorite
thief,
shows right
child
now
killer.
that I'm currently
He's wanted in
watching,
5 states.
which is
I
set in
caught him
a
last week.
in an
He was
an
disguised
amorphous
as a lady in a house
past
for fallen women.
somewhere around the
bringing
mid-century,
him in,
even with
got
the,
robbed.
going by the clothes
I had
and the
a
cars,
professional
but they
rival
also
of
mix
mine,
in modern
James
cars
Langton.
and
Ugh,
flip
he's a
phones
nasty
because that's
bastard.
when it was
I didn't much
you know,
like
it
him
was-
even before he
came out
robbed
around
me.
2008
That happened a lot.
so they don't even have
This line of
smartphones yet.
work.
But flip
Yeah,
phones
but
work
they're all people
perfectly
like me.
in the series.
Anyway, now they're holed
the
up in a
fashions
desert
are all
down south,
mid-century.
waiting to head north so they
Love
can
it.
hand them in to the
But they
state
throw in a lot of
troopers in the North
80s
Country.
references with the music
I'd given
and
up
also
on the
the
job.
fashion.
It was just a bad lot, but
So that works.
now that you're
I don't
here,
like
maybe we can go rob them back.
now. I like then.
Is the money good?
Yeah.
Leroy,
real good.
understandable,
Plus,
dog. And Levi
I
Elisha
don't
says,
much like
I get
getting
bored in
robbed
GTA. There's
by
nothing to
no
do
one."
after these stories. Mr.
Come
Basab,
on.
Gotham is
Where is
fabulous.
Brad again, you say?
Yes, I could talk about Gotham for days. I love it.
Now, come
To me,
on, now,
it's
now.
really
You're
about
right ahead of us.
Of
Jim
course we
Gordon
do.
versus Oswald Cobblepot. The rise of Jim Gordon and the rise of Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin. And Bruce Wayne, young Bruce Wayne, is actually a secondary character. Even though, of course, he's Batman and he's going to take over, but this is not his story. And also, it's a
Get on
story
your
about
horse,
Gotham. So many diverse threads and elements and storylines going on. You've got Selena Kyle, you've got young Bruce Wayne, you've got younger Alfred, you've got Barbara Keene and Fish Mooney and Oswald's mom and all these people that are living in this strange, surreal, corrupt, crime-ridden city. And that's what they have in common. They live in Gotham. Oh, dog, what horse is she on again? Well, it's the biggest Mustang I've ever seen. The game lists Hera as a Mustang, even though she looks more like an Ardennes. That's why I have the Tiger side by side. She's kind of a Mustang hybrid. Kieran Cooley, she's on a Turkoman, I believe. Well, that is the heaviest Turkoman I've ever seen. A very beefy Turkoman. That Turkoman's on HGH. Leroy, don't remember the coat color. Yeah, it's unique. John's going to do an old-fashioned horse jump. We pulled her out of the saloon specifically to compare Hera to the Tiger Stripe Mustang. Kieran Cooley, she had a Turkman in main game. Yes, that was Bob. Bob, the Golden Turkman. And if you... We could do a side-by-side with the Turkman. John can go get one. Not in this video, but in a future video. Oh, dog, yeah, too thick for a Turk. Leroy, also the hoof feathers give it away. Yes, good point. But the Ardennes also have those fluffy little hoof things. I'd say an Ardennes Mustang hybrid, personally. Really appreciate all of you being here. We had a very successful movie night on Saturday. We watched Tombstone, even though it crashed. The stream crashed. We lost, and I reloaded, but we lost half our viewers. But we still had fun. We finished the movie. This Saturday, we are going to be watching another Kurt Russell movie by one of my favorite directors, John Carpenter, called Big Trouble in Little China. It's a kung fu epic comedy. Has nothing to do with Red Dead Redemption 2, but I don't want movie night to be Western themed. I just want it to be movies I like that I present to you as the host and talk about. That'll be more fun for me. We will do Western movies, of course. The Magnificent Seven from 1960 is in my queue.
Thank you.
But this, pretty much for the time being, we're just going to watch all of my favorite movies. Kieran, I never realized she had a different horse in Epilogue, but it makes sense. And Odog says a classic. Are you referring to Big Trouble in Little China? Yes, it is. A lot of classics available on YouTube, so we're going to have fun. We have an infinite amount of content. We can keep movie night up indefinitely. Mr. Basab, are you a fan of True Grit? Yes, both. The John Wayne original and the Coen Brothers remake. That was a perfect remake. And certainly, if either of them are available on YouTube, we will watch them. I do like Western movies, but I like a lot of movies. I like all movies. And, ironically, I'm more tolerant of contemporary movies than I am of contemporary settings for video games. It's a routine fish inspection, Odog. Arthur does a routine Christmas inspection in the Christmas video. It's what I'm working on next. Probably be out later in the week. I looked at our schedule for live streams, and we're going to be streaming 20 days out of 31. We're going to be streaming more than we're going to be making videos, but that's okay because we're going to have a New Year's stream and a Christmas Eve stream, and then Monday Christmas and Monday New Year's Day, I believe, are both Mondays. Yes, 25th and the January 1st are Mondays. So
Got everything you need? Help!
So that's when we have Marston Mondays. So we'll have a Christmas Marston Monday. Leroy, in my epilogue, she had a dark bay Turkoman, and Uncle's horse was still on Nell's model. It was weird. Yeah, that's weird. You should reload and get the proper horses. Yeah, and then January 1st is also on a Monday. So we can't take Mondays off just because they're holidays. We have to be there for John. John insists. Abigail insists. John doesn't care. You know, I was thinking of having like creating another character for not for the live streams. This was a couple years ago for Free Roam Fridays and for Marston Mondays, and having Abigail as the producer of the show. And then I could say, Abigail wanted to mention that John really hates condors or something. You know, just involving my version of Abigail in with Free Roam Fridays and Marston Mondays. But I didn't do it. I didn't care. I ultimately abandoned that idea. Oh, dog, they could have let John set up a Christmas tree. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. So I decorated my action figure shelf for one of them. Not this one back here. But the one that I see by the TV. And I put up a video or a short. It's called "The Girls Are Ready for the Holidays."
I mean no harm.
Because couldn't really say the girls are ready for Christmas, even though there's a Christmas tree, and we're really talking about Christmas. But
I'm only having
just
fun.
you know, everyone's so sensitive right now.
So serious.
It's kind of annoying. However, in the Arthur Morgan Christmas story, everyone's telling Arthur Merry Christmas. Everyone in Red Dead Redemption 2, as you know, once you get out of Saint Denis, I guess, everyone Arthur encounters wishes them a Merry Christmas. That's kind of nice. Leroy, John can't just be left with Abigail on the holidays. He had his taxidermy squirrel. Would go nuts. Get it? Okay, I'll stop. No reason to stop, Leroy. I like puns. I don't care if they're good or bad. They're funny. Leroy, I sense a few spotted Appy in John's presence. Yeah, those are very popular horses. Kieran Cooley, I have a question, Super Antonio. Who do you believe was the rat during the game for the longest time? I believed it was Micah, but now I'm unsure. No, I totally believe it was Micah. All elements point to Micah. I know it's fun to speculate on Abigail or John, but it has to be Micah. He's just so good at it. Hortus says, y'all, greetings, Hortus. Happy Monday. On Mondays, we Marston. I'm really glad you're here. Odog says, what up, Hort? Odog missed you, Hortus. Mr. Basab asks, do you have a favorite mission in the story? I have favorite missions in every chapter. The one that comes to mind right now immediately is the hot air balloon mission, just because it was such a breath of fresh air and just so much fun, so exciting to be up there. I only wish that Sadie could have joined Arthur up there, even though women's vapors don't allow them to fly. So that one immediately comes to mind. But you know, John, the train robbery with John, the first O'Driscoll raid in chapter 1.
You're doing well.
You know, Arthur's kidnapping. So many favorite missions. Leroy, Kieran, please elaborate. I'm a little bit confused. We all are, Kieran. What are you talking about? I don't know what's happening in the chat. Hortus, I know there's some folks here who don't care for it, but GTA 6 is looking good. Yes, we were talking about that earlier, Hortus. It's a great looking game. Beautiful, perfect, made for PS5. 2026. Or no, 2025. Excuse me. So we have to wait a little bit, but that's okay. Kieran, I have a theory that in Red Dead 3 we will find out the rat, and it would be a Rockstar kind of thing to make us believe it was Micah, but in reality it was someone else all along. Well, I can understand that, and they do play with this story, and it would be horrible if they said, okay, actually it was Arthur, and Kieran was, and Micah was the good guy, actually. But, you know, sometimes you just have to agree that Draco Malfoy is bad.
This is how it has to be.
And that's how I feel about Micah. I'm a true believer in the plot. Cortez, I find the prospect of the next Red Dead being a direct sequel to Red Dead 2 and answering the rat question to be fairly unlikely. Yeah, I think it'll be another preview. That's the only, you can only go backwards. Can't take Jack into World War One. You have to go to the, you know, it makes more sense to go backwards. Oh dog. Well, the feds said Micah was the rat when Abigail got abducted in Chapter 6. Great point. Chico Rivera. Greetings, friend. Nice. Did Rockstar fix the online mode yet? Last time I was playing, there were so many bugs. Not sure, friend. We don't really play RDO online here, but I'm sure many people in the chat would be happy to answer that question for you. Leroy, personally, if that happened, it would just be a lousy way to excite the players. No one else has even the tiniest hint of them being the true rat. It would be just so jarring, especially now. I agree, friend. Micah T, greetings, friend. I'm glad you're here. On Mondays, we Marston. Happy Monday, Micah.
Sometimes I wonder how any of us cope.
Yeah?
Yeah, so we worked on Christmas footage for Arthur's Christmas story. It was challenging because the entire story happens on Christmas Eve, one long night. And so I had to keep reloading saves and making Arthur sleep so we could get more night footage. Mr. Basab, I agree. I kind of like the lack of having a concrete fate for Jack. I like to think he retired his gunslinging career and became a writer. Well, I think he went on to World War I. I mean, he had to. And yeah, and then became a writer. Like Hemingway. That would have been cool. That would have been a cool story for him. But I don't think it would make a great video game. Well, it would if you want a World War I video game, which might be interesting, but that's not a Western. That's a war game. Oh dog, Mr. Basab, Wild West was mostly tamed by World War I, so he didn't have a long run at it. Micah, did you listen to any music today? Don't think so. I worked on a short for the channel, Christmas short, and I put some Christmas music on it. Christmas Rapping by the Waitresses. It just seemed to fit with the action figures that I decorated. The most popular song available for that was, you know, that you could get copyright free on YouTube is Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. But they pretty much had, I could have put a Sinatra song on there if I wanted. Leroy says, be right back, folks. My brownies are done. I hope you made enough brownies for everyone. And I hope you brought ice cream, because I don't think there's anything I like better than fresh baked brownies with a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. I could eat that right now. I won't, but I could. Cortez, do you prefer fudge brownies or cake brownies? I don't know. I don't think I've ever had... I don't know if I could tell the difference. But I would have to say, when it comes to brownies, I'm a true Democrat. I'm sure I would love both of them, but I can't tell you what one is and what one isn't. Odog says, both, Hort. Yes, that's basically what I meant to say. But at this point, I didn't even know there were two types of brownies. Hortus says, yeah, I'll take either as well. Haha. You know, apart from the peanut butter brownies, I knew one lady friend whose mom one Christmas sent her a care package with peanut butter brownies with a Reese's cup in the center of it. And that, to this day, is probably the best tasting brownie I've ever had in my life. Just homemade with love. Kieran Cooley, any brownie is a good brownie when it is gooey and with ice cream. Couldn't disagree with you there, friend. Micah, speaking of sweets, I haven't had shaved ice or any form of ice cream in a while. I love shaved ice, mango, pineapple, cherry, strawberry. Leroy, I made 24. Mainly all are for my little cousins, but maybe there'll be some leftovers for y'all. Well, 2 dozen is a lot. That seems like 2 trays. Oh dog, a girlfriend gave me a slice of homemade orange dreamsicle cake with strawberry icing, heart emoticon. That sounds great and very southern.
Hello. Nah,
I had another lady friend make, who was from,
that's not very friendly.
well, she was from Mississippi, and she made me peach cobbler.
I ain't
And
gonna
that was good too. Also with ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
How do you do?
She was from Tupelo, Mississippi, the birthplace of Elvis. Which is what I told her the first time I met her, and
That's my lady.
we both shared a love of Elvis and music, and that's what initially brought us together. Didn't last, never last. I'm not good at relationships. I get selfish or bored or too scared to commit to the next level. Time for a routine camp inspection in Red Dead Redemption 2. Leroy, sounds good, O-Dog. Yes, we're talking about desserts now. Sadie found a stick in the park today, and she insisted on bringing it home. I was happy, you know, it's like, okay, you like that stick, you can have it. But now she spent the whole day, you know, chewing it up, and now there are like little shards of wood all over the apartment and on the couch. And so I spent all day just sweeping up after her. I don't mind, but I would prefer that she didn't make such a mess, even though dogs like making messes. Micah, I've never met a girl who had good music tastes. Well, if you go to, like, you have to go to where they are. You have to go to, like, you know, if, for example, you know, Johnny Cash retrospective, or, you know, hang out at, your local record store, or actually, just with, like, you know, the dating sites and the algorithms, you could just list all your favorite bands, and I'm sure you could get a match with someone who has the similar tastes. Kieran Cooley, they are out there, Micah. Hard to find, but out there. Friend of mine on Match.com, just to show you that the algorithm works, went on Match.com and got matched up, you know, filled out all the forms, blah, 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 clickety, click, clack, clack, and got matched up with his ex-girlfriend of 3 years. So the algorithm works. Ghost of Sparta. Great username. Hello. Greetings, friend. Welcome to Marston Mondays Live. On On Mondays, we Marston, excuse me.
God.
Odog, I've met a few with big music tastes. Yeah, you have to find some common ground. Also, what might be interesting is if you went to like some kind of music class, guitar lessons, piano, singing, you know, anywhere where there's a group of people. Salsa, I don't know what kind of music you like. Salsa dancing, maybe. Kieran Cooley, that ex must be his soulmate. Maybe, if you believe in such things. I suppose I do, but I don't think I've ever met mine. Or it would be horrible to think that I did, and I ruined it.
Whoa, easy. That's my lady.
For example, Sadie saw, you know, we have lots of dog friends on our walks and encounters, and one of them is a miniature Doberman that weighs 9 pounds named Happy. And Sadie saw Happy tonight, and Happy's mom is kind of cute. There might be something there because we talk and stuff while they play, but I'm not going to do anything about it because, one, Happy is a really annoying dog, and I don't want to spend more time with that dog. And two, why ruin a perfectly good neighbor community Sadie dog friend for the sake of going out or looking for romance, which I'm not really doing right now. So I'm not really, I don't really pursue it or think about it. Just every now and then, like, as we were walking away, I told Sadie, "You think she likes us? I think she likes us. I know she likes you." That's what I said to Sadie. I talked to Sadie on our walks. I talked to Sadie all day long. Micah, most of the girls I've met were athletes. I'm not too big into sports. Well, you must be putting out some kind of vibe, Micah. Leroy, I'm not one for an intimate relationship anyhow. I like my freestyle life with just my pets. It's a lot easier life. It's a lot more quiet and comfortable. Safe. Emotionally. I mean, you have to put yourself out there. You have to risk rejection. And nobody likes that feeling. Nobody likes being rejected. Odog, Leroy, you just haven't met the right one. Yes, see, Odog always gives good advice, whether on working out, athleticism, or relationships. You can't ask me about relationships. I'm horrible at relationships. I'm too selfish. Selfish with my time, my attention. I like my me time. I like my alone time. And now that I have Sadie, there's something that I've realized about having a dog is that it fulfills a lot of the emotional component of a relationship. The naked fun stuff, of course, the romantic part, but just like the hand-holding part, the having someone to sit with you while you're watching TV and having someone to be happy when you come home, that part of relationships. And I believe, I am certain that's why so many women have small yappy dogs, because on some level they understand that they don't have to rely on a man for these basic emotional needs. Odog says, LOL, yeah, you have to be giving. Yes, I'm sorry, Odog. I'm not very giving. I wish I was,
You, mister.
but I'm not. Micah, you mentioned you dated a horse girl, right? I've dated a couple.
Who's this? You're not so friendly, is you?
Odog, my ex was a horse girl. Has land and animals. That little redhead is stubborn. I was too much of a lover for her. That I can believe, Odog. That I can believe. Kieran, pets are definitely most loyal. Most would never leave. Yeah, and pets, you know, especially dogs, are full of love and affection. They offer so much for so very little in return. And I feel that that component is, I don't know, just allows you, for me personally, it allows me not to stress over meeting someone and not, you know, not to invest such such energy and importance in finding the future ex Mrs. Superantonio. Oh dog, she got her back broken when a horse threw her. Oh, that's horrible. I hope she's okay. Mr. Basab, LOL, you have to be a mind reader too. Yes, indeed. Who knows the mysteries of the human heart or of a woman? Micah, any form of pet, including fish too. Karen Cooley, horse girls are the best. Well, I can't argue with you there, friend. I'd say girls are the best. I still love women. I just
Where you off to?
have a problem. I have a problem loving
You're not so
one
friendly,
woman.
is you?
But I'm better now. I'm just focused on. I'm focused on the channel and Sadie,
That's
and
not very friendly.
there's no way I could work this hard on this channel if I
ain't
were in
gonna hurt
a
you.
relationship. Leroy, the horse girls I've dated loved their ponies. Lady Glitter sparkles more than me. Yeah, that's part of it. The horse is always going to come first. And the horse is going to take up a lot of their
Why'd
time.
you do that?
Which was fine by me because
No,
I didn't want to
come
spend that
on
much
there.
time in the relationship. I always had the things
How
I
are
wanted
you,
to
my
do.
friend? Look at
My
you.
projects, not necessarily involving them. I told you I'm selfish. Leroy, they're called horse girls for a reason, though. Yes, indeed.
Now let's have a
They
look
are a
at you.
certain breed. No pun intended. We got a bunch of them on the channel.
Hey, we're friends.
Kieran, the only relationships with ladies I've enjoyed are ones that care about horses. They seem so caring and understanding. Yeah, it's like for a gaming
Nice
channel,
and
we have a
easy.
high proportion of female viewers. I think it's like 25%. And I assume they're all horse girls. I mean, they have to be.
Easy.
And I've always maintained that the relationship between
Easy. Come on.
man and horse and man and dog is very similar. But I would argue that the relationship between man and dog
Get on, won't we?
is more significant simply from an evolutionary basis. We've got, I don't know when we domesticated the first horse. I can look that up for us right now. Domesticated horse history.
Who's a good boy?
6,000 years ago, and dogs is at least 10 to 12,000 years ago. So it just stands to reason that
You're a good
the
boy.
dog relationship has more significance and importance than the horse relationship. But they are very similar.
Good lad.
Kendarius Williams, welcome, friend. Happy Monday. On Mondays, we Marston. Glad you're here. Dog, none of the buttermilk buckskins I run into never looked like that. Well, yeah, he needed a brush. Kieran says true, superantonio. Leroy, love those types of horse girls. Unfortunately, I haven't dated any like those. The way they love their ponies, decorating them in JoJo Siwa bows and giving them carrots, they were very sweet, though. Dog, it was mud. Yeah, he was super dirty. Leroy, aren't you in Texas, didn't you say? Deep in the heart of Texas? Kendarius Williams, what did everyone eat? I had half a chicken parmesan sandwich and salad.
You okay, girl?
I think.
Let's go.
And some Fritos. It's craving salty crunchy. But there are some brownies in the chat. There might be some left over. So you should get one of those. Kendarius, what did you eat? That's the question. Micah, I had bacon and pasta. Oh, that sounds delicious. I'd eat that. Pasta primavera. That has bacon. No, I'm thinking pasta carbonara, bacon and eggs. Dog. Fried chicken legs. Piece of pie. I'm not sure what, or perhaps cake. Pie emoticon, cake emoticon. Not sure. Kieran Cooley, I had a burger and fries, nothing special. Every meal is special. Mr. Basab, the Mars stash looks wonderful. Yeah, I really like this on him. Really like this look. I believe it's called the Spartan.
Over here.
Leroy, yes, Texas where I stand. Round here, we eat termites with a side of earthworms and are accustomed to the old ways. We worship Arthur Morgan for his good deeds and illegally pick blue bonnies for him. And remember the Alamo, I'm sure.
Hey, where are you headed, mister?
Mr. Basab, fried chicken from Acme. Classy.
Have a good evening.
Yeah, technically I had fried chicken as well because I had a chicken parm sandwich. Half for today, half for tomorrow. And as always, I chopped up some romaine and stuck that in there because I'm really enjoying making salads out of my meals these days. Micah, speaking of horses, I don't think I know anyone in real life who can comfortably ride one. Well, you could take some horse riding lessons, and you could meet the instructor. But you know, I don't know enough about. I mean, one, are you looking for someone? And two, I don't know enough about the type of woman you're looking for. And three, my general advice would be to find some sort of class, especially a yoga class. I couldn't stress that enough. But you can find, but that's only if you like hippie chicks. Kieran Cooley, I used to ride horses, wasn't the best. Was fun though. Yeah, I always recommend classes. You know, a drawing class, art class, I don't know. Just some kind of, you know, martial arts, but you would meet more boys than girls at martial arts, even though it'd be great for, I recommend martial arts for everyone. But you need like a common routine where you see the same people once a week or twice a week, and you have something, and you get to know them, you get to know their names and their histories without all the pressure and you're all like focused on a common goal, learning, a martial art, or, or doing yoga or whatever. And relationships can come out of that. Not necessarily, meeting a new girlfriend, but maybe she has a sister or a coworker or a best friend, or maybe she invites you to a birthday party and you meet someone there at random. All sorts of fractals develop when you take a class. So that's what I would recommend. Wyatt, greetings, friend.
Hey.
Happy Monday. I can never go back to Mexico. Yes, I agree with you. Kendarius Williams might get me a cosmic brownie tomorrow. Sounds very cosmic indeed. Not sure what that is. Is it a cake brownie or a, what's the other kind? Or a fudge brownie? Yeah. Mr. Dodo T, GTA 6, very nice trailer. Looked great, friend. We talked about it earlier. It looks like a perfect game on PS5. Very pretty. Leroy, I ride horses. I can't even remember how many times I've been in the hospital due to it, but it's genuinely fun. I participate in XC, cross country. Wow. See? That's great to know. But you are deep in the heart of Texas. It's in your DNA. Kieran Cooley, that's awesome, Leroy. Wyatt says, I ride horses. Glad you're here, friend. This is a horse channel. Wyatt, I am a trained gunslinger in real life. That's cool. That's great to know. We were watching Tombstone on Saturday, which had some fine gunslinging in it by Johnny Ringo. Micah T, is horse riding a good workout? It's hard in the thighs. Yeah, I would assume it is. I mean, it's strength and endurance. Kendarius Williams, a little Debbie pie. Kieran says, Micah, it can be. Yeah, if you're running around holding on for dear life by your thighs. Wyatt, I am named after Wyatt Earp. Well, we just watched that movie with Kurt Russell. Leroy says it definitely helps leg muscles, and I've found I have lost a bit of weight riding, though it's not the best choice for muscular buildup. I dated an ice skater once, a figure skater. You want to talk muscular thighs? That was fun. Wyatt, Walt on stream, friend. You watch it on stream. Wait on stream, friend. I'm not sure what you're asking, Wyatt. Leroy, I call little Debbie's little diabetes. Well, it can, you just do your cardio and limit your calorie intake. Maybe have half a little Debbie. Wyatt says I sub. Thank you, friend. Appreciate it. Glad to have you here. Lil Microwave, I like your username. Have you seen the GTA 6 trailer? Yes, I have. It leaked today, and so Rockstar released it. It's a good-looking trailer, fine-looking, and I don't have any problems with a female protagonist. Jill Valentine, Lara Croft immediately come to mind. I just don't think it's going to be a game for me or this channel. Micah, ice skater. I didn't know you liked ice skating. I didn't really. It's just, I meet all these random girls and I'm like, okay. Wyatt, I meant, did you watch Tombstone on stream? No, it's available on YouTube. Wyatt says, I think I will stick around if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Kendarius Williams, I have high metabolism. This is the highest your metabolism is ever going to be, friend. It's all downhill from here, so enjoy it. When I was in high school, I lived off Doritos and spaghetti.
Good girl.
And Diet Coke. That's all I wanted. All of the movie nights are on Saturday we do movie nights, and all of those movies are available on YouTube. So what I want you to do is open a second window and watch the movie on that screen, and then watch me on the first window, or just listen to me, and I'll talk about the movie, and we can have a nice conversation on Saturday nights in Red Dead Redemption 2. Wyatt, my favorite horse is the Red Arabian. That's a good looking one. Looks great in the sunshine. O-Dog, yep, all downhill. Slowly, but downhill for sure. Kieran Cooley, Super Antonio with the facts. Leroy, my metabolism is pretty fast. It gets annoying because after a meal I can easily eat more. It kills me being hungry for majority of the day because of my metabolism. Yeah, some people are just built that way. Sadie has a super high metabolism, but all dogs are hungry all the time. Even if they're like overweight, they're still hungry. They don't know. They don't know any better. Aiden Cassidy. Greetings, friend. Keep going, buddy. Thank you, friend. I will, with your help. I appreciate you being here. Micah T, did you bench press back in the day? I just do push-ups, which would be about 60% of your weight, which for me, let's see.
Ma'am?
150 times 0.6. So that's 90 pounds. So I can bench press 90 pounds. But I've never wanted to be big. I just like being lean. Wyatt, man, I just got a shotgun. Well done, friend. Kendarius Williams.
Let's go.
If I feel like it,
Well, hello.
if I feel like I'm big, I'll just jump rope. Yeah, you just burn it off. Aiden Cassidy, remember us when you're big. Well, with your help, friend, we'll get big. And I'm glad you're here. Appreciate it. I'm really enjoying live streams. They're a lot of fun for me. I understand why all the YouTubers do it. I avoided it for so long. Now I can't get enough of it. I tried out another mic, and I almost impulsively just wanted to go on for an hour to try out the new mic, but I didn't. Because I knew we were going to be on for Marston Mondays. Kieran Cooley, Super Antonio will go viral. We never really have in the history of the channel. I mean, we've been slow and consistent, and we've gotten views and stuff. The Biscuit Moonstone Pond videos kinda went viral.
I have been.
But not really.
Why?
No offense, I just know the type. I done some myself a couple
Wyatt,
years
you
back.
should try my sawed-off
Most things
shotgun.
in
I
life,
call it the Rat
They don't
Blaster.
live up to the billing. Yeah,
Kieran
my brother,
Cooley,
he's
as the
dead
hip
now,
kids
but
say.
He used to tell me stories about Red Harlow.
Wyatt, if you want, I can tell you how to make it.
Heard of him.
No
Legendary
worries,
bounty
friends.
hunter bringing the
I think
savage
we know
outlaws
enough.
of the
We know
frontier to
everything we need
justice.
to know about shotguns.
Man who watched his parents get murdered in
Leroy,
front of
I
him as a
introduced my
boy,
brother
but
to Red Dead
uses that
Redemption 2,
pain
and a
to
dog
become a
began
better
barking
man
at him.
and
He immediately
ultimately to
rammed into
wreak
it
his
and said,
vengeance.
"Don't bark at my horse," while galloping away.
Bounty hunting never
He's
felt like that to
chaotic
me.
in many ways.
Nothing heroic
Well,
about
you
riding for
bring
3 days to
you
turn
bring
in
your own
some lowdown
personality
chicken
into the
thief.
game, and the open world is expansive
Nothing
enough
easy in
to
this life,
absorb it.
so I can't sit around all day.
Super Antonio, your least favorite saddle? Almost the saddle we get at the start of the game. As far as trapper saddles go, probably the beaver saddle, which is the easiest saddle to get. Don't like most of the stable saddles. I prefer the trapper saddles. But yeah, I would have to say the saddle with the Mahogany Bay Tennessee Walker. Leroy also forgot to ask, I apologize yet again. You never need to apologize, ever, Leroy, for this recurring question, but I recently downloaded Instagram, and I'm wondering how you want me to send my horse photos. Don't send them on Instagram, mainly because I have no idea how to extract those photos. Send them to reddeadsuperantonio@gmail.com. When we are ready for the horse video, I will make a video entitled something like an open horse call for horse viewers, or for viewer horses in Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'll list all the ways you can send your horse video to me, your horse pictures to me. So don't worry about it right now. Micah, I like to work out forearms and biceps the most. Yeah, I don't really need to work out my forearms. They just kind of naturally develop along with everything else when I do push-ups and pull-ups. Leroy, I'm pretty proud that I managed to replicate some horse mane customization on my real-life horse,
This really ain't like you.
Ivara. I did the braids and currently she has the mohawk going on. Well, you need to send pictures for the horse show. Aiden Cassidy, are you going to make videos on GTA 6? No, I don't believe I am. I mean, it doesn't interest me. I don't like video games set in modern times. I like them set in the past or the future. Not right now. Kieran Cooley, which is the most popular of the saddles? I don't know, probably the Panther, at least on my channel. The Panther Trapper saddle videos are far more popular than my personal favorite, the Rattlesnake Vaquero saddle. Micah, did you update your postcard collection this year? Not really. I kind of expanded. I changed the whole theme in the kitchen.
Let's go.
And in the bathroom. I need to make a video on that at some point. Kendarius, I like running a lot. I feel like it works every single muscle in your body. Yes, it does, and it's good for you. But it's great for your heart. That's what cardio means, cardiovascular. And as you age, it becomes more important to work your heart out. Leroy, personally, I love the Panther Trail saddle look on Buell. It's just so stunning. Yeah, I can see that. Matches. Dated a long distance runner for a while, an ultra marathoner.
Girl.
She had a body like beef jerky, not an ounce of extra fat. Kieran Cooley, gotta love Buell. Micah, skateboarding is kind of my cardio workout. That's a great cardio workout. Leroy, when it's raining or storming, I'll run on the treadmill and do jump ropes and lift weights. Fun in workouts. I can't see what that word is. Yes, jump ropes are my main cardio. I jump rope tonight. But I jump rope pretty much every night, I think. Try to.
Mr. Graves, ain't it, girl?
Then I just walk the dog. That's the rest of the cardio for me. Leroy, a body like beef jerky, yeah? She was also in broadcast. She had a nice voice. Micah, I actually like running outdoors in the rain. Yeah, that's fun. Wyatt, have you hunted the Tatanka bison yet?
Got some.
Yes we have, not in this video, but we have many
yet.
times. Kieran Cooley, same, Micah. Kieran agrees with you, Micah, probably about running in the rain. Kendarius Williams, I
Where
got to start doing calisthenics. Yeah, they're good for you. I'm a big proponent on calisthenics. Leroy, it's decent, but my hair's a little curly, and I look like a wet sewer rat emerging from NYC's pipes when I go in the rain. I'm sure nobody's paying attention, Leroy. Just enjoy your run and enjoy the endorphins. Enjoy the endorphin rush. Micah says skateboarding in the rain is not ideal, though. I can see that. That panther was close. Wyatt, I want to go hunting soon. Yeah, I understand that. The hunting is great in this game. Master Hunter is probably my favorite challenge in the game. It's the one I've done the most. Leroy, my friend, went roller skating in the rain, and let's just say it did not end well for their face. I'm sorry to hear it. Wyatt, I meant in real life.
I'll clean you after, girl.
Is it hunting season? I don't know. Micah, my hair used to look like Patrick Hochstetter from Stephen King's It. And Kendarius says, good night, everyone. See you later. Yeah, get your sleep, Kieran. You are a growing young lad, and thanks for being here. Appreciate it. On Mondays, we Marston. We'll do a movie night on Saturday. Leroy, how dare John kick such a majestic creature? Save it for your wife and uncle, John. Yeah, he didn't mean to do that.
Been a while since we saw a horse that fine.
He forgot
in this
where the
town.
controller was while he was reaching for green tea. Leroy says bye, Kendarius. See you later, friend. And Odog says, further on down the trail.
Got an appetite.
He actually said later on, but I'm putting words in. I make up the chat on my own. Right, his uncle is an animal. You know, I believe the original It from the 90s with Tim Curry is available on YouTube. I seem to recall seeing that, and that would be fun to watch. Except it would be for movie night, but it would be huge. It's like it's at least 4 hours long. So that would be a very long stream. But we might do it. Micah, what was the longest your hair has ever been? Oh, I had a ponytail at one point. Leroy, he's feral. I swear I heard a grunting noise from where he slept in the house. Well, he's not used to sleeping indoors. None of the gang are. I'm surprised that Abigail tolerates him and they don't make him sleep in the barn up in the loft. Yeah, I had a ponytail. I had it back. Wear it down. It's kind of that Point Break surfer
Right here,
look.
girl.
But I like it short. Oh, and also it was kind of that, I was inspired by Aragorn in Lord of the Rings. So that had a lot to do with it too, I'm sure. Eight viewers. I'm glad you're all here, friends. We'll be going for about another hour or so. I don't know why Marston was trying to stealth up here. Never works. Sadie moved to her crate. The crate, which you cannot see, is... Actually, it's over there. It's by the desk, not under the desk. She has a view of my feet. Rathskeller Fork. That's where we are now. Leroy, my brother's hair grew so long he paid girls in his class to give him rubber band unicorn horns or bow ties to stick his hair up. He felt defeated when our mom forced him to shave it off. Yeah, moms can do that, regrettably. But she didn't want her son looking like a wild man. You gotta keep your mom happy. Happy mom equals a happy home. And you only get one mom. So be good to her. Because believe you me, my friend, you will miss her when she's gone. Micah D. Patrick Hofstadter's haircut kind of looked like Adam Driver's haircut. Are you talking about the modern It? Because I'm not recalling him right now. Okay, now I remember him. I just looked him up. Yeah, it's a good head of hair. It's got a 80s vibe to it. I like the 80s. I like almost every decade except the one we're in. Micah, yes, in 2017. That was a good one, but I think I do prefer the TV version. It was one of my favorite, well, Stephen King was one of my favorite authors in high school, one of my first favorite authors. Micah, he was one of Henry's friends. Yeah, I looked him up. Stephen King is so good at characterization. That's what makes his story so scary to me, is because you care so much for the characters. And it's one reason why it's so difficult to film his novels, because he puts so much into characterization, and that's very hard to replicate on screen. On screen, especially in a movie, you have to tell, you have to rely on shorthand to describe characterization. You don't have access to words and what the writer's thinking, the writer's thoughts. You have to show it. Okay. And for, I believe, that reason, it's been very difficult to adequately recreate a Stephen King novel on screen. For example, Stanley Kubrick's The Shining is one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations, and Stephen King hated it because Stanley Kubrick pretty much threw out all of the characterization and put his own spin on it, and just took the bare bones of the plot and made an essentially perfect movie. Micah says he was one of Henry's friends, and Micah says one downside to the hairstyle is it would look horrible after a workout. That's okay. The important takeaway is you worked out.
okay? We're fine, ain't we? Easy now.
John trying to calm that Del Lobo horse.
Ain't you special?
Leroy, I remember reading Stephen King's It as a child. I was scarred for life. Yeah, I don't think I would recommend it for anyone under 12 or 13. And when we went to a circus, I swear I did a somersault trying to escape from there. Yeah, you could start a lifelong obsession with clowns. I like the idea in it that Pennywise would just take the form of whatever you were most afraid of. Micah, as a kid, I could probably never read a book that long. Yeah, that's the other problem with Stephen King, is he's so popular, he doesn't have to, no one edits him anymore, and he doesn't self-edit, so he just keeps writing and writing and writing and writing. His earlier books, especially, The Shining counts, and what are earlier ones? The Dead Zone, Salem's Lot, Carrie, of course. The ones where he was edited, towards it, like they cut those stories down to the bone and made tight, perfect novels that, and those ones are like 500 pages-ish, but now he'll just like keep going and write 4 times that. And you get a lot of characterization, and you get like lots of story that just kind of meanders along the way. But I think he could really stand to use a good editor. Leroy, I loved long books like that as a kid. I had a whole collection of them. I had nothing else to do. Same here, friend. After a hurricane knocked off our internet and power. So reading kind of grew on me quick. Yes, my mom was a great reader.